Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. As always, it's great to have you here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, it means a lot. So we have a small but significant update when it comes to an Avengers movie. It looks like the director of Deadpool and Wolverine, Shawn Levy, is in talks to direct Avengers 5, which is super exciting. They obviously like what he did with Deadpool and Wolverine. So let's jump into this article, let's break it down, and let's see what's going on with Avengers 5. So this comes to us from comicflicknews.com. So Shawn Levy in talks to direct Avengers 5, over 60 MCU characters might return. No wonder people get confused with the MCU. Over 60 characters, which is crazy. It's obvious that the OG Avengers are going to be back in Avengers 5 or Avengers Secret Wars. You know, Tony Stark, Thor, Hawkeye, all of those original OG characters are going to be coming back. I think that's a foregone conclusion in a lot of fans' minds. So I think that's pretty easy to see. But let's go down and see what we can learn about this movie. So Marvel Studios may have finally found a director for the next Avengers movie. According to Deadline and The Hollywood Reporter, Deadpool and Wolverine director Shawn Levy is in talks to helm the project, which was formerly known as Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, before Jonathan Majors' departure as the villainous Kang the Conqueror. Yeah, that's one of the things that sort of plagued Marvel over the last few years. They've really tried to sort of double down on that Kang character, but Jonathan Majors' portrayal of the character just hasn't landed with fans. It's fell flat. The character hasn't felt intimidating. I mean, in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Ant-Man basically beat him in a fist fight. So the character just doesn't have any intimidation factor like Thanos used to have. And ultimately, Kang the Conqueror fell flat, which is a shame because he's one of the most sort of foreboding characters, villains within the comics. But it just didn't land on screen, which is a shame. So the studio reportedly offered Levy the job in mid-March, but he initially turned it down as he was still finalising Deadpool and Wolverine and working on the final season of Stranger Things. However, Marvel's decision to push the film's release by several months has reopened the opportunity and negotiations are now underway. Yeah, I mean, this really bodes well for Deadpool and Wolverine. Like I said at the beginning, they obviously like what he's done with that movie. I mean, they're going all in on Deadpool and Wolverine. And if Shawn Levy has done a great job with that movie, they obviously want to keep him in the loop. They want him to direct Avengers 5, which absolutely makes sense. If he's now got, Marvel experience and he knows what he's doing with the Marvel universe. And Shawn Levy is a fantastic director, and having him on Avengers 5, I think is a really great choice. That's really exciting, and I think a lot of fans will be very, very happy with that, especially after Deadpool and Wolverine, because that film looks absolutely incredible. So, it's important to note that this deal is far from finalised. So yeah, guys, even though we're kind of reporting on this news, it hasn't been finalised, so it's not confirmed, so don't take it to the bank just yet. Levy has been given the latest script by Michael Waldron, but has not yet confirmed his involvement. Other filmmakers are also in contention for the role. Deadline's report additionally mentions some intriguing new plot details, which we're keeping an eye on. Stay tuned for updates and let us know in the comments, what are your thoughts on Shawn Levy potentially directing the next Avengers movie? Like I already said, I think he's a fantastic choice. Keeping him in the loop is a smart choice. He's a great director. It looks like he's done a great job with Deadpool and Wolverine. Absolutely retain the guy, put him on Avengers, absolutely makes sense to me. So here we go, guys. So sources close to the project say more than 60 MCU characters could reprise their roles, including everyone from Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Benedict Cumberbatch to Tom Hiddleston, Simu Liu and Karen Gillan. Unlike the first 4 films, in which there was a core group that consisted of Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Hemsworth and Ruffalo, many of the characters in the film would have equal footing, making it more an ensemble feature instead of a handful of characters leading the team. So it sounds like it's going to be having equal screen time for each of these characters. There's going to be no kind of core group of characters that are going to be in charge of the Avengers when it comes to Avengers 5. There's going to be different characters, kind of different factions within the Avengers, and they're all going to be kind of an ensemble. They're all going to be doing their equal part towards the storyline. No one part of the team is going to be in charge or running things, which I guess kind of makes sense. You want to give everybody kind of equal opportunity to shine on screen. You don't want to put the limelight on just one set of characters and kind of sideline the rest. So I think that's quite cool. That does make sense to me. So despite Jonathan Majors' recent firing, Kang is still expected to appear in the upcoming Avengers movie, although the character is not anticipated to play a significant role in the story. Loki writer Michael Waldron has been hired to pen a new draft of the script. and reports indicate that the events of Loki Season 2 will continue to inform the main plotline. Loki Season 2 is fantastic. Tom Hiddleston as Loki is one of the best castings that the MCU has ever done, in my opinion. And the fact of where Loki Season 2 finished off, with Loki kind of sitting in the multiverse, holding on to all the timeline threads, that was such a badass piece of imagery right there. And to see where that goes next will be very, very interesting. This suggests that Kang will likely remain as a supporting character at very least. Yeah, I mean, it's great that they're keeping Kang around. I hope that they can kind of keep Kang around. Obviously, they're going to recast him. Jonathan Majors won't be coming back. But I really want them to kind of nail this character. I want to make him intimidating, foreboding. I want people to be scared of him. I really want to see what this guy can do as an evil villain. And I really hope they can turn things around if they decide to keep Kang in the mix. Obviously, we have a picture of Kang here with some of his variants. So, Marvel and Disney severed ties with Majors almost immediately after he was found guilty. That makes sense. Disney is a family sort of industry, and they don't want to be associated with, obviously, criminals and, you know, courts and convictions and all this stuff. So I get why they had to let go of him. It's a shame because Jonathan Majors, he's an absolute powerhouse actor, but he was found guilty, unfortunately, indicating they were likely waiting for the verdict before making their decision. However, some insiders believe the studio never intended to move forward with Majors as Kang, regardless of the trial's outcome. Yeah, like I said, that makes sense there if that's true. The Kang characters fell flat. It hasn't been written very well, not very intimidating, just hasn't, you know, gelled with the audiences, like I said earlier in the video. The trades don't mention anything about the new actor taking over as Kang, but do note that the movie could potentially include multiple antagonists. As an Avengers movie, that absolutely makes sense. You might even get, like, your own kind of Avengers-style kind of group of bad guys, if you like. So, like, multiple ensemble of kind of villains rather than one big bad guy, which would be really interesting. You could have, like, Kang, you could have Doom, you could have Thanos come back. You could have these kind of a group of bad guys rather than kind of one central villain, which I think would be really fun. So, Avengers 5, The Kang Dynasty, is currently scheduled to arrive in theaters on May 1st, 2026. With Avengers Secret Wars to follow on May 7th, 2027. Although, I don't believe that the Kang Dynasty subtitle is... I don't believe that's any longer part of the movie title, if I'm correct with that. I think it's now just called Avengers 5, so just bear that in mind, guys. But yeah, so... Avengers 5, May 1st, 2026, and then Secret Wars, May 7th, 2027. So we've got a good couple of years yet to go, guys, before we get the next Avengers film. But I'm fine with that. If it takes them a good couple of years to get a good plot, a good script to write these characters well, then it's going to be worth the wait. So stay tuned for more updates and let us know your thoughts on Kang's role and the potential new villains in the comments below. So yeah, guys, there we are. So like I said, a small but significant update. Shawn Levy, the director of Deadpool and Wolverine, in talks to direct Avengers 5. I think that's really smart, keeping him in the loop. He's a fantastic director, and I think he will do an amazing job when it comes to Avengers 5. So guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this news. Do you think Shawn Levy for the director of Avengers 5, is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Whatever your thoughts are, pop it down in the comment section, guys. Can't wait to see what you have to say. And if you enjoy this content, hit that like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one.